It's a cold day. I'm sure my cheeks are super rosy this morning. It is definitely still February and still cold. But I'm here. It's Tuesday morning. I'm happy to be here with all of you and sharing my crazy rambling thoughts here on a Tuesday morning. So it's Valentine's week, right? And I'm calling it Valentine's week because I like love, right? And so because it's Valentine's week, I wanted to talk about love. And if any of you have ever been to a wedding, I am sure that you have heard the reading from Corinthians 13, which is the love is kind, love is patient reading. Good morning, Roz. And so I'm going to read that to you. And then I was really just thinking about how it's always been applied to weddings and good morning to you, Pam. And romantic love, right? But it also applies to just everyday love of your human man, the mankind around you, the people that you meet. Here comes the sun. There it is, peeking up over the horizon there. So I'm going to read it to you. I know you've heard it before, but just as a reminder, love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. And even though we've heard this reading, I know if you've attended any weddings, you've heard this a bunch. If you start looking at it more in terms of just loving the people around you, it really takes on a whole nother meaning. And especially that very first line, love is patient and kind. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, it sounds so simple, right? But it's not. And I was thinking about when I used to take care of my grandmother who had some dementia and she had some other health issues, obviously, as she got older, and I was kind of her main caregiver. And it was tough sometimes to be patient and kind. I mean, it is a really tough thing. I really admire all the caregivers of the world because that's not easy to do. I mean, even though you love the person, it's not always easy to be patient and kind. And I had to stop a lot to remind myself to do that it wasn't purposeful what she was doing and the things that she was saying. It was just dementia setting in. She couldn't help it, and I needed to be patient and kind. And I hope that someone is patient and kind with me one day. And being patient and kind with somebody who maybe is too slow in front of you when you're driving down the road. That's a tough one. Or, you know, they got 17 items in the 15 or less item, row of the grocery store. You don't know why they're there, or maybe they can't count. I don't know. But being patient and kind is so important, and it really changes your life. A few years ago, this is probably embarrassing to say, but I got too many speeding tickets. In fact, I got 3 speeding tickets in like 3 months. It wasn't good. And I decided that I really needed to slow things down or I was going to get in trouble, right? So I set my my cruise control to what the speed limit was. And that's all I did, was exactly the speed limit, not a mile more. And I realized, one, I didn't get any place much later than I did before. And man, my stress level went down because I wasn't in a rush. I was patient and I was kind and I had time to look around me at all the different things around me. So it was an amazing what a difference that made, just taking that moment to be slower, right? Another one that I think is tough for me, and I don't know, maybe it's easy for you guys, but is to not insist on my own way. And we hear this all the time, like, you know, people have very strong convictions on something and we feel like it's our job to convince everybody else the same thing, you know, that they must understand us. They must believe the same thing that we're believing. And that's not really true. I mean, what makes the world go round and what makes the world a wonderful place is that we do have different opinions. And isn't that a lovely thing? And you can help them understand why you believe what you believe and why maybe have them walk in your shoes for a moment, but you don't actually have to convince them to believe what you believe. And it takes a lot of pressure off your life if you stop trying to do that. Not that it's easy for me. I always think I'm right? I always want everyone to believe what I believe. That's a tough one. So I just, you know, some of those things, if you just think about it and how it applies to your everyday life and how you can apply that Corinthians 13 to just mankind in general, not just that reading that we hear in weddings all the time. It really kind of makes a difference. It's some pretty powerful words. So I don't know if you can hear the geese, but they're really loud this morning. I love them. It's a beautiful day. Again, it's cold. If you're not outside, get outside. Even though it's cold, it feels really like it's invigorating, man. It wakes you up. So I'm gonna sit quiet so you can hear the geese. And you guys have a lovely, wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing this sunrise with me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And man, you're a great community. So also, if you could post pictures of where you are this morning, you know, whatever that view is. It doesn't have to be a sunrise. I mean, some people don't get the beautiful sunrises. They get the glow that comes through the trees or the frost on the grass. I'd love to see what your morning looks like. So just post that in the comments later, even if it's yesterday's picture. So talk to you soon, and I'm gonna sit quiet and let you guys watch the sunrise finish, and love you all. Watching all the birds. I wish you could see all those too. So, all right, well, you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Got some pretty cool things. I have 2 spots left in the yeast workshop if anybody's interested in doing the yeast roll workshop, which is on the 27th of February. So, you know, if you're interested in that, go to retreatandlearn.com. Talk to you soon. See you later.